There's no one who brought me to it. As a great author, I started reading authors after I came to that belief myself. I did it on my own, studying the Greek New Testament. But some I found out later, great theologians and writers, George Macdonald, for example, was one. Have you heard of him? And he, without a doubt, he believed in Christian Universalism. And he was such a brilliant man. He read the New Testament in 8 different languages, knew it best in the Greek text, and he believed Jesus was going to save the whole world. And William Barkley was a great commentator, and he made this statement I think is absolutely brilliant. He said, the only thing that makes sense, I'd say perfect sense, about God's final victory over sin, death, and the devil is a universe loved by God in love with God. Isn't that beautiful? Now, another great writer, C.S. Lewis, said Macdonald was his master. And there's only overlap of several years between them. So Lewis was an atheist who came to believe in Christ through Macdonald's writings. And he said he never made any secret of the fact that Macdonald was his master. And then, of course, the early church theologians, Origen was the church's first and greatest systematic theologian. And this is one thing that really convinced me too, didn't just convince me, but it affirmed what I come to believe through Jesus' mixed metaphor being salted with fire. But Origen was definitely believed in universal salvation. He was born in 185, died in 254 at the age of 69, in full communion, that's good standing with the Christian church, to which he devoted his godly life. He was condemned as a heretic in the year 553. You do the math, he'd been dead 299 years before he being condemned as a heretic. Why would the church do that? I'd say it's because the emperor, Roman emperor, the church had become the state church of the Roman Empire, and the emperor Justinian at that time was a control freak, as all Roman emperors are, and dictators are, and he wanted total control over his subjects. And what more control could there be than the emperor already had power of life and death over people's lives? Anyone who crossed him, he could order their execution. And then if he's the one who's God's representative on earth, at least with whoever that may be, Pope, and then the emperor, whomever, then the religious leader God would do their bidding and torture the people to hell forever. So execution and then eternal torment, what greater control would there be over people's lives?